Cramping feet is no fun. I think we can all agree on that. I will today try and give you some different tips on how you can avoid that when you're inline skating or ice skating. My name is Viktor Thorup. I have a lot of experience on wheels and blades, skating at 2 Olympic Games and doing inline skating since the age of 5. And that's been quite a while. My tips here for you to avoid your feet cramping or hurting, especially during longer distances. The first thing we're going to start out with is the equipment. Make sure that you have the right equipment for the right surface. If you are somewhere where it's very rough, where it's bumpy, you would want softer wheels, and you would even want softer blades or frames for it to just absorb those vibrations. That's the main reason our feet cramp up, especially when we go for long distances. It's just because there's so many vibrations as we roll over not smooth tarmac. So go for softer wheels. If you're using the wheels that I'm using here, the Rollerblade Hydrogen Pro, I recommend that you use the firms. They're the yellow or yellow-orange ones, and those are a lot softer than these wheels, which will be great suspension and absorb that. You also want to make sure that you have the right size of footwear. Of course, if your skates are too tiny or even too big, that can create too much vibrations inside the boot. So once you got the equipment on point, there's some more things you can do in order to make sure that your feet are not going to cramp up or be numb at the end of a race. Make sure that you tighten them to the ideal amount, to the right level. If you over tighten them, it's a bit like running a marathon. Your feet are going to be bigger at the end of it. If it's warm, especially if you've got custom skates like these, they're made out of carbon, so they will not bend your feet well. So make sure you don't over tighten them. Leave a little bit of room in there, and if you have good skates, then you will have the right support anyways, even though you don't tighten them to an overly snug fit. Another great way to avoid your feet going numb or just cramps in general is to make sure you hydrate well. Drink heaps before, during, after marathon events or long workouts, so that you will have a smaller chance of feeling cramps or being numb in your feet. Electrolytes would be great to add to that hydration, simply so you can just keep that water in your body for a little longer. So another thing you want to check out or check up on would be your frame positioning. If we have a frame, so the frame here can be adjusted, either you can move it towards the inside here or the outside here. We are so smart that whether we want it or not, we'll try and adjust for it so we're always right on top of them, so we can push well and simply just skate better. However, if the frame is a little to the inside and we would attempt to do this, we're gonna use our muscles down here and put incorrect pressure on our feet. Same goes with if it's too far on the outside. We would try and make up for that by stabilizing using the muscles in the feet, which over the course of a long race can be very painful and again can create these cramps in the feet. So make sure that your frame is adjusted properly right in the middle here, and same goes for the front versus the back. You would want it right under your feet so that when you stand tall, you wouldn't have to spend any energy making sure you stand straight on the top of your frames. That should be a natural thing, so when you're in a relaxed position, you'll be just like that. Another nice way to test this out is if you skate on just one leg. Will you feel that as soon as I put all my body weight on it, will it attempt to go to the inside or the outside? And that's a good indicator that you may have to adjust your frame. And also, if you're rolling on one leg backward or forwards like this, if there's a bump on the road, would you attempt more to fall forward or backwards, or will you still have your body weight centered in the skate? If that is the case, then you're probably good to go when it comes to the frame positioning. The final thing you can do to avoid this is just improve your technique. If you have good technique, you are less likely to have cramps or numb feet at the end of a race. The reason for this is that you will spend less energy being tense. If you can just be on your skates and let them create the power. Same goes for sore shins, sore back. If you're less tense just because you're skating well and you're efficient on your skates, you're not gonna risk the same amount of cramps that you would feel if you're overly tense and you have to make up for bad habits when you're skating. So try and adapt your technique for it to be smoother so that you can just use your body weight and follow where your skates are going, because everything is properly pointing forward. Whereas if you skate to the side and things like that, you might try and compensate by using the muscles in the feet, and that will generate cramps. So focus on the technique. If you don't know what I mean by technique specifically, check out my channel. There is 200 plus videos there on skating technique. So I hope those can get you a long way. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you will be cramp less in the future. and share it with all your friends. I'm Victor, it was fun having you.